President Trump is doubling down on his threat to impose new trade tariffs on Mexico. He tweeted yesterday, quote, "The problem is that Mexico is an abuser of the United States, taking but never giving." Last week, the president announced an initial 5% tariff on all imports from Mexico if the country does not stop illegal immigration to the U.S. The first round of those tariffs is due to take effect on June 10th, not too far away. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger is here with how this could affect American businesses and your wallet and my wallet and your wallet and all of our wallets.
All the wallets
around. Mexico is a major trading partner of the U.S. What products could be affected?
When I say major, the number one right now. So we export a lot, we import a lot. We import close to $350 billion worth of goods. And we're talking about everything from automotives to auto parts, electronics, fruits and vegetables, so strawberries, raspberries, tomatoes, avocados, beer, liquor, even crude oil, which we are importing now. So the real concern here is because the list is so vast that the price of these things could rise, and that would clearly not be a good thing for consumers.
Rise how fast, Jill?
Well, it really depends what the product.
How fast and how much?
Yeah, the fruits and vegetables almost immediately because they have very narrow margins. I think for a lot of the other things like a car, it would take a while. But when you talk about how much, especially for the cars, there are some estimates that say that the average auto at the 25% tariff level, so they would have to be in effect through October, that could make the car, on average, $1,500 more expensive, $2,500 on some models. Exactly.
When you add all this up, can it affect the broader economy, which is otherwise healthy?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at where we are right now, the economy is doing pretty well. We had a much stronger than expected first quarter. Second quarter, what we're in right now, has slowed down some. For the whole year, economists think we're going to expand by about 2.5%. If the full impact of these tariffs were in effect, some economists believe that we could shave off 1/4 to 0.5% of growth. So you were going to grow at 2.5, now you're at 2. You might say, who cares? How does that affect me? Because if you're a business, you may not want to invest more in your employees. You may not want to give raises. You may not want to build a new facility. So this has real impact for American workers. I should also note, there are about 5 million jobs that are linked directly to trade with Mexico, and the people in those industries are very worried.
You sort of answered it, the potential fallout for the automakers.
Well, the automakers is really interesting because when you think about a car that is, let's say, American-made, look under the hood. So many parts come from Mexico. About $93 billion worth of automotive, 17% of every U.S. car, somehow had some piece made in Mexico. And think about this. Because of these supply chains, basically free-flowing between Mexico, the U.S., and Canada, parts go back and forth many times. So if we were to see retaliation, all of this can escalate. It's why we know that the Mexican authorities have said we want to avoid this at all costs. It would be bad for both sides.
If the price of beer and avocado goes up over the summer, I don't see how that's politically good for the president.
Or the price at the pumps. Again, this could really
which is
have
also
a big,
possible.
Yes,
right?
very big impact.
I'm focusing on the avocados. You're right. Thank you, Jill.